Alrighty, man. It has been an amazing journey. I think started with like April, May, and from there just been running it up for 3 months straight. Um, Pretty much what today's my birthday. Happy birthday to me, I guess. Also got my setup, everything set up. My PC is here. For those have probably been wondering why I have not been posting. I've literally been going to work, put my PC and things together, get my PC optimized. I've been doing a lot, but now I'm finally back, and we have a lot to discuss. Lord have mercy. So I had the 150K accounts, five of them 750K in funding, and we ended up blowing them on the 6th of August. Lord have mercy. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 days ago, took a trade. Man, I was very comfortable with the trade. I was up a percent. Would have been able to lock in what about roughly about 7% and a half, maybe, just leaving me about maybe one and a half trade away from passing. I didn't tilt or anything like that. I was just very overconfident in the trade. And before I realized how wrong I was on my bias, I took a massive L, re-entering in, trying to get back in, recuperate what I had lost, instead of just taking that one L. So I'm losing what 2.8%. Yeah, basically risked my buffer that I built upon the account to really sit into a trade that I should have just left alone. But we don't win all the time, though. I've been keeping track for like the past 3 months when I started my funded journey into getting funded and then buying new accounts. I can honestly say I've only ever lost about five trades. Yeah. Looking back through my P&Ls through all my old accounts and stuff, I can say I only lost about like 5 or 6 trades within the course of like 3 months. So I've been keeping a very steady equity curve. Usually you'll never see my win rate no lower than about 80%. And when I'm going through these evals, I'm pretty much trading every single day, though sometimes I do end up breaking even on the day. But when I do have like my good positions, the ones where I'm actually able to hold and make a couple grand or so, you can see the consistency within my trading. Even though I might not win every single day, I still make sure that I follow my rules, I risk accordingly, and I do what I can to protect my capital so that way I'm continuously making money. And of course, that does involve not trading every single day. Of course, I know every single day is not always going to be a trading day, and that's fine. So I just took a L. That's really all I can say. It's not really much that I can say about it. I'm just going to keep trading, regardless of the fact. So after that, I ended up buying a new set of 50K accounts. Uh, Honestly, I guess the reason for me downscaling so aggressively was because I bought those 150K accounts with my first payout that I got from Top Step, which was a pretty big payout, made over 15 grand. So with that being said, of course, I'm going to take some of that money and reinvest it into, max allocation. Of course, I completely botched the max allocation accounts that I had. So now I'm going back down to 50K accounts and try to scale my way back up into getting those 150K accounts back again. Though it doesn't really matter because they're both the same. Well, all of the accounts are the same on the back end. It's just you have more leverage and you can use bigger lots. But if you don't have a buffer built, those bigger lots, they pretty much don't mean anything. Sorry for that text message. But yeah, they pretty much don't mean anything if you do not have a proper buffer built up. If you don't have any risk management set in place, you're going to continuously keep losing and you will lose big, just like me. But I've received money from Top Step, so I'm not new to this. It's not like I'm cycling through evals and not getting any money from it. I'm actually passing accounts, even though I do trade sort of aggressively. It works for me. So I guess I'll just show the trade that pretty much botched me. But before I get into that, For those of you who do not know, I do have a Discord where I do post everything related to trading. I post information in here, giving people resources. Of course, ICT as my mentors when it comes to learning how I trade, the things that I do to my charts. All of that was learned from ICT. Um, Trading journals. If you guys need journals and you don't know how to create your own Notion, I post that type of content in here as well, just giving you access to pretty much everything that you need to see, uh, to learn how it was, or I am pretty much making the money that I am making. Self-explanatory. So I post my charts, talk to people in here. I post game film, letting people see my trades that I record. It's a pretty nice community. It's about like over 35 people in here so far, and I just made it in July, so that's a great amount of people starting out. So yes, for those of you that are interested in joining the Discord, I'll just post a link in the description so that way you guys can join it and be a part of the community and learn how to trade. Yeah. So now, pretty much not going to spend too much time going over this. Honestly, if I had a lot more availability, I would have been able to go over the trade for the whole entire week. But I guess I'll probably end up saving this for the community and just posting it and giving it to them, letting them see all the active activity all throughout the week. But this was the trade that had cooked me, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. It was this that had cooked me. Because I also had bought some 50K accounts, so I'm not really worried about what happened on the 6th with my 150Ks, though. I guess I'll just show what cooked me on that day. The whipsaw. I got caught up in whipsaw, knowing that I shouldn't have traded that particular day, but man, you live and you learn. So I'll go ahead and open up the preference, show chart executions. Does it show the chart execution? Okay, 150K, boom. So I still have to journal this. I wish I was able to journal my 50K account before I fucking reset the accounts. So I lost the data for those because I only took took me 3 days to make like 2 days to make 1.6%. I was going to take like one more trade to pass the 50K accounts that I had combined it after I lost my 150Ks. I literally took this. I think believe I took like the same trade on the same day. I can go back and show you literally. So yeah, so on the 7th, took one trade here, 2 trades made 1%. So the same day I ended up losing my combines. I literally bought more accounts, made 1%, locked myself out. Came back the second day, made another half a percenter, put me at 1.6%, and then on my last day, ended up clipping myself short, holding a position. So again, you live and you learn. It's not really too much that I can say about that. I'm just going to keep doing the same thing that I do every day, document these things, and train myself to avoid losing money. So for those of you that are interested in looking at things like this, you can see exactly I'm getting caught in whipsaw. I'm over trading, just instead of just attacking that draw, that side where the market was rallying to. If I would have just focused and just read the charts clearly instead of playing with price in this range, I possibly wouldn't have cooked myself the way that I cooked myself. So it's unfortunate. And then I'm doing things like upscaling my risk. Like, I don't know what the fuck was going through my mind this day, while it continues to hold bullishness, creating a low, higher lows, low, higher low, higher low, higher low after a sweep. So it was continuously just panning out bullish PA in a sense, holding that structure. And I had failure to identify that structure, which caused me to pretty much get cooked. And instead of me capitalizing off of the longs and identifying that structure and attacking the highs after we attacked the all-time highs, thinking we were going to trade off of that and sell down into the lows, that's the bias that I kept believing in, was that we were going to sell, we were going to sell. And this is exactly why I do not trade with a bias in mind. I just do whatever the market allows me to do, as in I trade in the flow. And because I was anticipating a sale to come, I overexhausted myself dealing with this, that I couldn't catch all of this. So that was that. That's what caused me to lose money on the 6. Then called out a great trade here on the 7th, about 323 points. Wish I could tell you how far this stop was, and ran down for what, about 17 points. 17-point stop, taking it down. Great trade. So trading is not like something that I'm not bad, of course. No, I'm not bad, but as a trader, there's going to be days where you do take a substantial loss, and that's why it's important that you don't take yourself out of the game early. You have to do whatever you can to keep yourself in the game, and that's what I had a failure to do. So on this day here, I ended up taking this trade that ended up cooking me for my final day. Again, I was looking for sales. So I seen on Friday how midnight opening price, we were above midnight opening. Well, actually we were below already. So we opened here, we're below midnight opening price. The market was playing around in this range. I assumed that we were going to continue going lower, draw to London's low, take that out, respect it, but I ended up getting caught in, again, another buy swing. So I was thinking that we were going to clear Asia session highs, possibly turtle soup, and then give us another entry down into the downside, but it didn't. It just kept rallying back up and continuing that flow of bullish PA. Unfortunately, again, I don't really have too much to say about that. I was just wrong. At the end of the day, I was wrong, and as a trader, you're supposed to protect your capital. I did not protect my capital. I was over-exhausting myself, over-trading, looking for things that were not there, and the signs were right in front of my face. So that is something that I have to live with. But, of course, all of this is going to be journaled. I'm going to document it, and then, of course, I'm going to post it for you guys to be able to see what it's like really trading. None of that internet facade of, flexing a lifestyle, this, that, and that sorts. This is really what trading is all about. The wins, the losses, what you do after you win, what you do after you lose. Again, it's just all consistency and staying disciplined. So if you can work on that, trading will become easier and easier over time. You will see profit, you will see results, but you have to get up every single day and you have to do the work that is required in order for you to maintain, that discipline to keep making money. So this isn't going to be a very long video. It's pretty much my first video back posting after being on, my break. So now it's time to get to work, and you guys will be expecting more content from me soon. Thanks for watching.